airspace, um, because, everybody's so worried about their famous algorithms. God forbid they fuck with their algorithms. God, that's being enslaved to your show to get the views. I got to keep that money coming in. Oh, I had a bad month. I didn't make as much this month. I don't know what's going on. I think YouTube is fucking with me and all this other crap. Jesus Christ. The fact is, if you have to depend on your fucking YouTube, then what will happen if you got your show taken off and you lost all your subs and, no money was coming in? What would these people actually do? They'd go into panic attack. They'd be calling me, Frank, can I borrow some of your fucking benzos? By the way, Popeye, I got a few for you, okay? Well, maybe I suggest you see somebody and maybe you take some for your own purpose. But that's besides the point here. And it's not just Mike. You got Philippines to the eyes of an expat who is very famous for making up stories. He's another vlogger that doesn't really leave his fucking house other than to go out in a wooded area or the jungle area around his house. And it's always the first greeting, hello, all you lovely people. Does he really think these people are lovely? Who's zooming who here now? Come on. Your kindness is not going to get you to the path of truth. You got up the right time this time, expat forever. Hi, Jerry. How's it going, Jerry? Okay, so let's continue with that. You know what? I couldn't even listen. I went 5 minutes into Mike's Philippines retirement. 5 minutes, not 10, not 15, not 20. 5 minutes. And all I needed to do was hear what he had to say. And I said, wait a minute. What is this guy talking about? Scams? He's a scammer himself. Come up with something original to talk about on here. I never had that problem. I have never had that problem. And my viewers know that. I talk about different topics all the time, or I at least put a creative touch to some topics that have already been covered and bring clarity to it. Now, I'm not on here to police what people put on their shows. No, 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 no. I'm here to discuss some of the topic matter that people put on their shows. Nothing wrong with that. I don't have to agree with everything I hear, but if I find something interesting with the bullshitters, I'd like to talk about it. And it makes for interesting topic matter. There you go, Any topic goes on my Philippines interest, yeah. I should just change the title back, really. I am the original My Philippines Interest. People have tried to copy me, but there's only one My Philippines Interest. That's it, baby. Well, the reason I haven't been using that name is because, as it implies, My Philippines Interest. Well, it's been more than an interest. I've been living out here so many years now. So it's obviously not just an interest. I actually live here. That's one of the reasons I don't use that title, but I might put it back. I don't know. I don't think it matters, but I might. I might change it today. I don't know if I'm able to change the name again. Probably not. I'd probably have to wait a while, but the title's pretty good, though. Oh, Aloe, you must be not busy lately because you have time to come on YouTube. Well, I seen you took kind of a midway position when you went on Popeye's show and you were commenting. I wish you would just lay it out to Popeye like you really feel, That's what I wish. It's not that you weren't supporting me. It's not that you were either. I don't know. Whatever, man. Whatever. whatever floats your boat. But point being on my discussion this morning is that, you know, all the years I've been on, and I've heard so many YouTube shows on here, I've been able to figure out what their MO is, how they're getting their ratings, how they're getting people to watch, the repetitiveness of their shows that maybe some newbies don't see. But if you've been on here for a while and you've listened to any particular vlogger, and this really doesn't apply to me, and it's amazing that it doesn't, because I don't know, I seem to come up with stuff all the time that, I mix everything with local issues, worldwide issues. I go into everything from medical to environment to, you name it. How often somebody fucking shits. How, comprehensive can somebody make a YouTube show than I could? People just don't have that ability to carry out any kind of a monologue or soliloquy. I got to tease Popeye on that. To get the job done. I like to get the job done. I'm known to get the job done. Isn't that right, Al? The community is dead. That's a fact, yeah. The good times are over. What you call the good times? Good times at Ridgemont High. Alan, the good times at Ridgemont High. What is saying Ridgemont High on here? This is not Ridgemont High. This is fucking YouTube. And one of the reasons I mention anything about vloggers on here, well, because I am part of this vlogging community, number one. And that's what you do. You don't just come up with topics of world interest, which is great to do. Mix in a tiny bit of politics in a stew. You know how you make a soup, right? You got to add the ingredients to your soup. It's not a soup until it's complete, right? You got the spices, you got everything in there, chicken, whatever you have. But most of these shows, they're not a soup. I am the soup of the day. I got all my ingredients in there, and that soup is ready to consume. You're talking about the big epic battles a few years ago. That was fun. I don't know what you call fun, but I know what you mean, though. Hey, the soup Nazi says, no soup for you. But you see, I'm not a soup Nazi. My soup is for everyone. And I make sure that the ingredients are properly mixed in to make that soup. And not everybody likes my soup. And sometimes you got to open their mouth and shove a big spoonful down their fucking throat to make them consume that soup. But the reason they don't want that soup is because they will toxify the soup and it might kill them because they're such fucking liars. Isn't that the truth? Talk about the big epic battles a few years ago. Okay. Soup of the day. Soup of the day. No soup for you, Popeye. No soup for you. Come back. Never. Well, you know he simulcasted me, right? Of course. I mean, this is his prime part of the day before he takes his num-nums and goes to bed. Anyway, let's go back on topic here. Although, you know me, I got more topic matter than you could fucking shove in your fucking mouth. That's why people come to my, last night, it was funny. Let me tell you about last night. Last night, I had 95 viewers. Did I really have 95 viewers? No, I didn't. Unless it was a quirk, people think it was a TikTok thing and they tune in, they want to see what it is. Or somebody was actually buying my views. It went all the way to 98, sucked down to 45, to the 35, back to 58, back to 94, somewhere around there. I'm not giving exact numbers, but somebody was actually spending money to buy views. That was funny last night because I know I don't get 98 viewers on my channel. No. Mark says, the heyday for me was the very beginning. I remember when there was only one Western guy who made Philippines vlogs. Yes, only one. Yummy Kaya. Is that a name? I never heard of that. Oh, there's plenty to listen to if you really want to listen to all the bullshit. But I have to tell you, and you don't think you probably think I'm bullshitting. You probably think I listen to a full show of certain vloggers on here. Some people actually, I told you many times, there's people, it happened with Fazio and other people. I actually get a visceral effect when I listen to their voice. I could only stomach a certain amount of time. And what I will do very often, if it's already recorded something, I will just skim through, because they do long shows sometimes. I will skim through rather than sitting there, rotting away, and going through their whole show. Because sometimes I can't handle it. I can't handle it. It's something about their voice, whatever it might be, that's irritating to me, actually has a visceral effect on me. My anxiety goes up. Something irritating about their voice. I said, I'd heard enough. But I didn't miss anything. That's the point. If I didn't listen to the whole show, I didn't miss anything. Because it's the same fucking bullshit. Bueno Cano, Poop Eyes. Oops, I'm missing stuff. Poop Eyes AI skits are getting worse and worse. He needs to fire up his AI guy. It's just the same shit all the time. He always incorporates the same fucking videos and little skits that he does in there all the time. I think the boy's just running out of, he's not eating enough corn or something. Or maybe he's actually eating it out of his shit, It's called recycling. But all his stuff is recycled. That's all it is on Popeye's show. He recycles it, but it comes time for his commentary, his monologue. Okay. It's the same shit. Frank did this, Frank did that. Oh, here's a video for you. Is that your life, Robert Clausen? Is that seriously your life? That you're just recording everything? I mean, put it this way. His little skits he puts together, it takes quite a long time to put that shit together. Oh, I got this video. Let me put this inclusive. Oh, yeah, let's put this one in there too. Let's incorporate this one in there too. Well, let's put some music on this one. Oh, let's put this one on. All this rhetoric, all this replay bullshit. They can't come up with something original. And it's the same shit. Same shit. Same graphics. Same bullshit. And it takes time to do this. And this guy's got that much time on his hands. I don't know whether to feel sorry for the guy or what. I don't know. That he looks forward for when I do a live in the morning here in the Philippines. It's just early evening where he is. Probably goes to bed about 7, so he gets disappointed if my show is not around this time and it's a little bit later. He's in bed already with his little bitch dog. Okay, let's see. I got shit here. Pedo. Oh. Yeah, Yummy Kaya, never heard, was the channel name. At first, he was the only Western guy who vlogged the Philippines. Hard to believe it, but that was quite a while. He had his own style, which was never reproduced. He had his own, no pretentious nonsense, and no how much does it cost to live in the Philippines stuff. You got to admit, guys, it does get pretty old, doesn't it? We're getting old. If we're going to utilize in any of our time on social media, I mean, look at Trump. He got kicked off of every fucking social media there was. He created his own. The guy is, he's going crazy with it. I just seen a newscast where he said he put 200 or 400 posts in one night. Of course, he was criticizing everybody. 400 posts in one night. I just saw this morning. Believe me, the Philippine genre is not the first thing I look at when I get up in the morning and I decide to turn my phone on. I look at some news things going on. These are things I look at before I even do a show because I'm up early, But no, I do look at things before I actually go on and make a show here. 400 tweets or posts, whatever he did. 400. 400. Anyway, Mark says, imagine how much time it takes to edit those daily compilations, even on the replay channel. Is they still on the replay? I don't know. I used to watch Popeye's little speeches, after my show or the simulcast. Well, actually, I fast forward because, he's recording my show. He's playing my show live, so I don't need to hear myself again. Just take his famous line. Well, there you go. Well, there you go, Popeye. You're consistent, I could tell you that. But unfortunately, it's gotten so old. I mean, think about it. You got that much time on your hands to do that? To do that? I'll tell you a good example of that. Warren. And Fazio, actually, both of them. Warren used to spend countless hours not only recording, but taking notes like Fazio. They didn't miss a trick. Who has that much time on their hands, retired or not? I mean, what the fuck? That's pretty pathetic. It's still on. I found all sorts of crazy Frank channels while trying to find you a new one. Well, at least I'm contemporary. Popeye says that, what was his words? Well, it's generally that he just likes to piss me off or aggravate. I think the word I just like to aggravate Frank. That's why I come on here. Well, let me help you out with something here, Popeye. Save you a little time and toil and trouble. Popeye, you're not aggravating me. What you do is expected. It's been long term. Okay, there's nothing new about what you do. In fact, it's becoming quite redundant to me and those who watch it. I'll be real honest, I don't know what you do with your time around your house, sir. I can't be there to witness you. But if I would take an educated guess, I was right on all accounts of what your life is really like. And it sounds pretty pathetic to me. I've never seen you in person, okay? I don't know if you have any friends. I can just make an educated, I can just make a good deduction that your life is not very active and that you live your life for me. And I'm the most exciting thing that has happened to you in the best part of your life, other than the round table in Subic Bay where you got your dick sucked. True, Frank, there's more to life than YouTube. Hey, when I'm not doing a show on here, it don't matter how many shows I do. 1, 2, 4, 5. Don't matter how many shows I do. But in between that time, and even during that time, I'm busy doing something. I'm performing something around the house here. I keep busy. I devote my time to put on my shows when I have the time to do it. Period. If I don't, you may see a show later on. But it is not my life to come here on YouTube. It is not my full life. This is just a part of some of the things I do because I do have a channel. I'm not seeking to get money. I don't list any kind of monetary platforms to send me money. I don't have anything up here. I don't even put the Gcash up. I don't have any, none. So what am I getting out of this? Well, as you all know, most vloggers are on here because it's all about the money. And apparently they're not making ends meet very well. And they find that it's an extreme necessity to actually do a YouTube show and make money. It doesn't matter what they do for topic matter. They'll do anything to get your attention. Of course, the famous clickbaits, famous all over here, making up bullshit stories like Mike's Philippines retirement, which is our topic of the morning, actually, I started off with. And getting back into that again, I don't watch Mike religiously at all, but I do tune into his show. Now, a lot of rumors that Janet left him. Well, there's no proof of that. Let's be real. Maybe she just doesn't want to be on camera. But it is kind of interesting, though, because Janet would be in the background at times, or she would sit down with him. Remember, she sit down with him while he does a show? Did she really leave him? And if she did, would you blame her? I mean, look at the guy. Look at the guy. Look at the guy. Looks like a turtle with a sports cap on. Sometimes talking about his favorite teams, Ohio, whatever the fuck it is. Who the fuck gives a shit? Does that put, vigor in your steps? I mean, what does it do? No one cares about what sports team you're interested in. Or do a special channel just for your sports crap. Your shows have improved a lot over the years, Double Chin says. I can tell you are very active outside of you. Well, I mean, I'm not doing somersaults on the road, okay? No. The fact is, I'm going to tell you what I do every morning. Let me tell you what I do every morning. And how many people do this? Very few. Before, but usually it's after because I get up early. After I do a morning show. Besides, if you have to be, and Popeye wants to know all the details. When do I take a shit? Well, actually, Popeye, I take a shit. I'm a very regular guy. Don't confuse me with the show, The Regular Guy. I'm not Scotty, although he's a piece of shit. But I usually take a shit, Popeye, if you need to know, because you want to know everything about me. I get up, I tell you what I do. All night long you've been sleeping, whatever. Got to take a fucking piss. Pretty normal. Follow me, Popeye? Oh, okay. Fantastic. I don't have to shit yet, though, Popeye. Come on, take notes now, okay? And yeah, I'll go out and I'll have a smoke. Now that creates an artificial metabolism in your body, and it makes you want to go fucking shit, Popeye. Just like your camels, Right? I go shit. I wipe my ass, squeaky clean. I don't just wipe with fucking toilet paper. I make sure that I am hygienic, Popeye. My arms could actually reach around to my ass and I could actually wipe it. Or does your daughter have to do that for you? There you go. How many times do I shit a day? A couple of times, Popeye. That's healthy, actually. But you're so full of shit that you're constipated. And your constipation turns into diarrhea of the mouth when you put a show on. What else you want to know? The brand of my toilet paper? I don't know the name of it, Popeye. But listen carefully. Maybe sometime I'll even mention the brand. What do you want to know? Do I wear boxers or briefs? Do you want to know that too, Popeye? Well, it varies, Popeye. Make notes. It varies. Sometimes I wear briefs. Sometimes I wear boxer types. What else you want to know, Popeye? Because you have the need to know because you are infatuated with me. You are obsessed with me. That's how I know you don't have a life. No, I'm not skydiving or anything, but you live well and you live deliberately. There you go. Oh, please don't get me wrong. I have my moments where, what the fuck? Like, what do I do now? Absolutely. If you're retired and you're living in the Philippines, I don't want to hear no bullshit from anybody. You're going to have some moments where you're so fucking bored. Even if you do live in a big city where it has amenities and stuff, even that gets old. How many times can you go to the mall? Then what do retired people do? Unfortunately, they go to bars. They go to bars. Oh, by the way, Jim said he's quitting drinking again. When Popeye could walk without a mobility device. Yeah. It says, as a My Philippines Ninja super fan, I know you're primarily a boxers guy. I can remember bar beers. I can remember that. What is this about bar beers? What does it have to do with boxer shorts? You're blowing my mind here this morning. As long as you don't blow me any other way. Blow my mind, it's a lot better. What about Barbara Beers? Boy, you are a note taker. Who the hell knows about Barbara Beers? Are you fucking kidding me, man? Where does she come into this? Yeah, you must follow me, and you must be somebody I know real well. Bar beers. What do you mean you remember bar beers? What about bar beers? What does it have to do with boxer shorts? I mean, you're beginning to scare me here with your your psyche, your psychology, or what? Barbara Beers. For those who's wondering who's Barbara Beers, no, she was a chick I used to hang with here and there. Not that often, but yeah. She was one of my 120, okay? Busty gal. Now I want to hear more, Mark. I want to hear more. What does Barbara Beers having to do with boxer shorts? Look, it's morning, okay? Give my brain a break here a little bit. Boy, the things you guys come up with. Barbara Beers. I ran into her actually. Well, I was still living in Seattle. She was working at what the fuck was it? A Pizza Hut place or some shit like that. I went in there for something, and lo and behold, behind this window, cashier window, was Barb Beers. And Barb Beers was a free soul, if you know what I mean. She's very defiant of her parents. She used to just take off and go to the road and go on these little road trips. Hitchhiking, in other words, hitchhiking. Oh, the story she told me, my gosh. Anyway, she repented. She found God. By the time I seen her again in that store, first thing she says, I noticed it was her. Frank, if you still have those pictures of me, I want you to get rid of them. First thing she said to me. Oh yeah, I had some great pictures of her, if you know what I mean. Good old Barb. Oh, they were good pictures too, let me tell you that. First thing she said. I said, oh no, I don't know what I lost them a long time ago, but no, I still have them. They're actually transparencies, actually. You know, they were slides, transparencies, color trivia, Ektachrome, you know. How did I get it through? The developer, the lab, I don't really know, but they weren't that lewd or nothing. No, nothing like that, but very suggestive. Mark has been around for a while. You talked about Barb before. Mark says, I have a mind where random facts stick for no reason. I don't know. That's kind of scary, Mark, in a way. Oh, Bob, yeah, she was cute. Husky. I mean, she wasn't fat. She was solid. Big breasts. What did she say to me? Was it Barb that said that, or was it Brandy? I remember a statement from her. She was naked, sitting on my pillow furniture, which I had in this first apartment. I had that popular pillow furniture that was at that period of time. Well, if your friends came in here, I wouldn't run to get dressed, she said. Oh my God. I don't know. She was very defiant, and I don't know, relationship with her parents or something. But she found God. She found God. Popeye found God, but unfortunately, Popeye, he doesn't practice what he preached. Heresy, whatever. He's terrible. But Bob repented, as well as Bonnie. Bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back my Bonnie to me. She's the one that got me to Seattle, actually. But let's fast forward. Bonnie was a free soul. Oh, she certainly was. She used to get high. She used to like to get fucking laid. She used to go hang around the Navy base over on Sandpoint Way. She'd find these soldiers, get high with them. Oh, they love that. I didn't know how much of a party girl she was until later on. It's a long story. But Bonnie, this is a party girl, and I fell for her. It was the wrong woman to fall for. As I said, she was cute. She looked like a combination of Sally Fields and Valerie Bertinelli. See, right off my head, I got that. Sally Fields and Valerie Bertinelli. Pretty good combination. Short, cute, petite, sexy. I took her up to Yosemite because I met her in California. I met her in, what is that town just before Yosemite? That's where my bus stop was to go to Yosemite. I know the name of it. It's a town right before you're going to go to Yosemite. Well, it's not important, but. And I brought her up there. I only stayed a couple of days. I never even got to even see Yosemite. I was too busy fucking. But anyway, Bonnie was a wild card. But then, years later, I tried to call her house, which is in Lake City, part of Seattle, called Lake City area. Her mom answered, I just want to find out how Bonnie's doing these days, whatever. Well, Frank, she's joined the choir, and she's doing very well. And I'm like, I said, wait, say that again. She joined a choir? And I'm saying to myself, not to her mom, are you fucking kidding me? Let me tell you something. She was no choir girl. Neither was Barb. Repent. Popeye, maybe you should repent. The end is near. Repent, Popeye. Repent. The end is near. You love these stories? I know you do. That's why you're listening to me. Oh, I could go on and on about some of the chicks I've been with, man. They all had a story on their own. Of course, you remember the religious one, Carrie, spelled differently than Carrie in a movie with the blood dumped on her and all that shit, She's the one that could speak in tongues. A little bit too religious for my likings, Are you speaking in tongues or are you hungry or something? I don't. God speaks to me through, speaking in tongues. I said, what is that? That Latin or something? No, that's God speaking through me. I'm like, oh, geez. Bad enough, I couldn't screw her because she had a double hymen. I'm not kidding. She had a double hymen. God, I didn't want to hurt her.
Comedy, satire, parody, fictitious. artificial intelligence production.
This is Stella Virgin of Flying Circus News, arriving on Bantayan Island. This is Stella Virgin, reporting for Flying Circus News with the lovely Gilder. We know it's been a nightmare, so just tell us all about it. Thank you for this opportunity to say my side. Being with Stank was not easy. He stunk bad. We were never intimate. He could not do it. He took me to his hotel room, and it was a wet noodle. Not hard. Stank spent hours on YouTube, telling so many untruths, eating like a pig. He almost caught me video chatting with the Flying Circus a few times. My honey, Freddie the Circus. Can you tell us about this thing between you and Flying Circus? Oh, it's just a silly little story. So thanks to Flying Circus News, I am actually related to his wife. The three of us laugh at how we play Stank as a joke. I love the attention Flying Circus and Popeye showed me. The Stank would rage and break things. I would lay in bed thinking about Flying Circus satisfying me. As Stank was on YouTube, these are for you, Flying Circus. I tried to break up, but he would cry forever, then offer to buy me things. I tried to break up with Stank when he was in Hawaii. Then he said he will buy me a house. What about all this Zumba instructor talk? It's all true. I spend time with Jimmy too. A girl needs certain things. Stank is a mean, disturbed, sick old man. No one here likes him. He lies so much. We need my kids to live here. We are so broke. They pay our bills. All this court stuff. I plan to sell this house and take my kids back to Cebu. Thank you, Gilder. This has been a parody, satire, fictitious production.
A good taste of it, and they realized that what has their beliefs done for them? But I respect their beliefs. They're just not mine. They reform from religion, not to it. Apparently the stats are going up. Less and less people are getting involved with religious beliefs. I mean, more people are more spiritual, more, proactive with other things in their life. These are people that have woken up. Did Barb try to make you a member of the club? No, we just lost touch, She was a hit and run type gal, I got together a few times here and there. She knew how to work her parts, let's put it that way. God, I think it was that graphic. I always remembered one thing. It's in my mind. That never stopped me from saying it. I get your hand off your dick, Popeye, because this one's going to really, really, if you got any load to shoot, it's going to really shoot your fucking load because you live vicariously through me. After having sex with her, on the pillow furniture, hey, Frank, take a look at this. I don't know if you're ready for this. I don't know. I don't know if you're ready for prime time on here. Well, when has it ever stopped me before? I don't know. This is too graphic. I don't know. It's funny. Well, funny in a way, but it's kind of graphic. Let's just say she did something after the act and wanted to show me what control she had of her part after the deed was done. That's all I'm going to say on that. Popeye's stroking one right now. Oh, you bet he is. He's stroking hard. If he comes on later and he's out of breath, you'll know why. Nah, I can't be your life, Popeye. I just can't. You got to put your own life together like other people have, and I certainly have. You can't live with me in your head all the time. That could be, I don't know, that could be kind of dangerous. Oh, he's stroking one right now. He got a cigarette in his hand and a glass of gin. He's puffing away while he's stroking with the other hand. But the problem is he's so dried out that nothing comes out. He's like an old dried out desert. And he's got retrograde ejaculations. What's going on, really? I know a lot about everything. You wonder what retrograde ejaculation is? It means you can't get it out. It gets sucked right back into your fucking bladder or whatever. You have to piss it out. He's been so inactive sexually that the shit's afraid to come out of his fucking dick. I don't want to face the outside world unless I have a mobility scooter. Oh, I outdo myself here. I know I do. Oh, my God. Oh, I've dated some really interesting women. I really have. There's a story for just about everyone. There's a story. So many stories. I just can't recall all of them. Only the ones that really stand out. Then again, I'm like Seinfeld. I make the mistakes with women too. As I said, I've ruined relationships that could have been potentially just wonderful. Seinfeld's always screwing up on what he says. How about the one with Leslie? I've said that one. Leslie, that's the one that, didn't like cigarettes. She hated cigarette smoke. You know that one, right? And I'd be over to visit her all the time and stuff, And fine, and we even, she was even planning the fact that we were going to have sex. She wanted me to go to the public health office with her, and she was going to get a test, and I was going to get a test to make sure, it's proper, to make sure I didn't carry any STDs. That was good. I mean, that was, considering I got the crabs from one woman, yeah, that was a good thing to do. She was being, health conscious. She was being very careful, and I really appreciated that, Turns out I never got to do the deed. No, after all that, what a waste. Because I did something really stupid. And I was over her place, and, little foreplay going on, heavy duty on the couch, heavy duty. She was worked up to a froth. Oh, stroke it hard, Popeye. Come on, harder, harder, harder. Come on. She was worked up to a fucking froth, drooling at the fucking mouth, dripping in ecstasy. Oh, Pop, I don't mean to do this to you. I don't mean to do this to you. All right. So she got so worked up, she basically took my arm and was heading toward the bedroom. Is it from a Seinfeld show? Maybe, maybe that's why I relate to Seinfeld. What did I say? Since you follow me so much, you know what I said that ruined the whole night. And Mark, you seem to know everything. What did I say to her that ruined the night? To see how well you do follow me, because I've talked about this before. What did I say? Come on. Think. Well, I'm not going to wait that long. I said, as we were approaching her bedroom, oh, this is where it all happens. Bing! Buzzer bell. Buzzer goes off. Failure. Cigarette. Oh, No, it wasn't that. No. The factoid eludes you. Well, you're missing stuff, man. You ain't taking your notes well enough. I ruined it. She stopped me at the door frame. That was it. So I went out to the club I used to go to. I said, okay. I went out to the club after that. She didn't ruin my night. In fact, I met somebody that same night. I always compensate. I'll take what did Barb Beers say for 500, Alex? You don't want to get Popeye too excited here. He might have a heart attack. You still there, Aloe? I want to make sure you're still listening. Cherry, cherry lady, listen to your heartbeat. Sing a little, Popeye, for God's sakes. Show that you have life in you. Show us you could find some happiness in something. Stop being an old grudge. Stop being, the ancient mariner. Stop being so grumpy. Sing a little bit, man. Sing a song. Okay. Sing a song. I don't think there's one show I do where I'm not singing somewhere. So I'm supposed to be this miserable guy. Oh, the world is against me. And you want me to live in this substandard type of living situation of emotion, No matter what's going on, I don't sit there, and just wallow in my woes. My day goes on no matter what's going on, no matter what adversity. I live my life day by day. You're going to sit there and just be miserable? No, it's not me. You can hear it in my voice every time I do a show. I'm fucking singing all the time. Now, if I can think of more songs, I can remember any lyrics, I'll sing more. It's whatever comes to my mind, really. It's kind of like Gilligan. You remember when he had the thing going on with his tooth? If you turn his head a certain way, a certain radio station would come in. Do you remember that Gilligan's episode? That's me. Turn my head a certain way. I don't know, a certain song will come to my mind. There you go. Turn your head this way. Oh, a little bit. Oh, the signal's not coming in good. Because he had metal. He had fillings in his mouth. And it was, it was, it was conducive to radio frequency, RF frequencies. I says, Frank, you mentioned yesterday the Mexican standoff, and I fully understand that you can't go into details. Oh, yeah, it's an absolute Mexican standoff. You got that right. Along with the tacos, burritos, all that good stuff. Guacamole, sour cream, tortillas. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have no idea. Let's just say we're working on it. We're working on it. Oh, let's see. New in the news. I hear that the high roaders are going to bail Barry out for Christmas. Getting off the topic here. Will Barry be free for Christmas? We will see. The high roaders are putting their heads together and they're coming up with a plan to get him out. That's what Little Bird told me. Little Bird. They want to bail him out. Well, the reason for that is because they made a fool out of themselves with all their pro Barry J rhetoric and eating crow Well, they're supposed to be supportive of him, but they don't want to get him out. But through all the shows I've done and the pressure I've put on them, it's my understanding that they're going to be giving in. That's what I heard. And there is Tesla Edison. You can tell when you can tell when poop pie, good one, is drink heavy. His lisps, yeah, he does lisp, goes from bad to extremely bad. Surprised the Navy let him join. Today's standard under Trump and Hegseth, he wouldn't get in. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. By the way, a little hygiene tips for you, Popeye. I always think you're a shit ass, but I think you're literally a shit ass because let me explain proper hygiene to you, Popeye, which you never learned. You got to understand that. What is it they give you in the service? They give you one sheet of toilet paper, right? 3 squares a day and one sheet of toilet paper. Well, I hate to tell you, you can't accomplish your deed with one sheet of toilet paper. Maybe that carried on with you after your glorious and victorious career in the Navy. Let me teach you how you do it, Popeye. You could use the toilet paper or you could use the spray method. But if you don't have that, you wipe your ass, Popeye, right? Get all the crunchies out of there, right? Don't rub too hard. You're going to get a fucking hemorrhoid. All right? Follow me? All right? Wipe your ass meticulously. But you're not done. And by the way, everybody should listen to this because you're a walking E. coli factory. You have to get a rag with soap, people. And after you wipe yourself down with toilet paper and you're not seeing any more coloration, then you proceed to go for a wet rag with some mild soap like Ivory or some Dove, right? Follow me? Listen, Popeye. Then you wipe your ass gently and you clean it meticulously to then rinse it out with the rag again. Then you take some toilet paper and you pat yourself dry because you don't want to make it moist. You build up bacteria that way. You follow me? There you go. And you're going to be fine the rest of the day. But the truth is that most people, you can only hear this on my channel here, most people don't know how to wipe. They walk around and they even smell. They don't realize it. They can get infections, skin infections down in that area because you've got a combination of E. coli bacteria there, lots of E. coli. It's in your body naturally. You get lots of E. coli on your skin. And there's another one. It's called, oh, hell, what is this one? It begins with a C. Anyway, it's a nasty bacteria factory. I know everybody's going to get off now and go wipe their asses after this, but good. It means I did my job. And then you're walking around and your cheeks are hitting each other back and forth against all that E. coli bacteria. Oh, gonococcal bacteria, gonococcal. You're getting E. coli and gonococcal, I think is the name of it. And it's in there between your cheeks. And then you get sweat in there from the day. And then maybe perhaps your underwear is rubbing between your cheeks, or your cheeks are running together. My God, there's like an explosion going on there. It's a fucking fireworks display of fucking bacteria and fecal matter. Popeye's going to run off now. He's going to go wipe his ass now. You're a good man, Frank, for helping out that recluse Popeye. I do my best, Yeah, that is so, Popeye. It's nasty. Most people, I mean, you may see like somebody, well, Or somebody will carry, baby wipes with them, which is a good thing to do if you're out and you have to go to the bathroom in a public bathroom, or you're in your office or something, right? You got to take a poop break or something, right? Right, poops? That's why we call you poops. And they're not wiping clean. They're just wiping down with dry toilet paper, which could be very irritating. You got very soft tissues in there. If you get a lot of hemorrhoids, I've been through that. And they're not sanitary. They're not hygienic. And then it gets on your clothes. It gets on your underwear. Okay? So that's why you wear underwear. It's one of the reasons you wear underwear. If you didn't, then, some people don't. It'll get on your pants or your dress, or if you're female, whatever. It's nasty as shit. Well, it is shit. I'm starting to lose my patience. What is aloe's address? I don't know what that means. Tessa Edison says, poop pie. I like that. Poop pie. Say, silly seals swim in circles. Tongue to roof of your mouth. Huh? I don't think you're American. Okay. Hell on it. I'm starting to lose my patience. What is aloe's address? What do you need aloe's address for? Nobody meets up with aloe. It will never happen. Aloe might secretly be in an area sometime, and you'll never know he's there because you don't know what he looks like. Okay? See, aloe has that advantage, and he knows it. You have to look out for his watch, though, okay, and his sneakers. But the watch is telltale. But, no, aloe's never going to meet up with anybody. Aloe is that shadow that follows you. Me and my shadow. What's that hell on earth? It's fucking Will, the guy is fuck all. I don't understand what you're saying. In Manila? Aloe will go to meet you, but you're not going to see him. He's a shadow man. He'd be right next to you and you wouldn't even know it was aloe. Historically speaking, that's what he's done. If you don't know what somebody looks like, unless he starts talking and you hear that accent, well, you can't get away with that. And he's wearing a special watch with the red dial in there. This guy getting really bad, Mr. Hell on Earth? Are you challenging aloe? The Vinta? Meet me in a gym in Europe. Oh, come on, pussy. You're not going to meet aloe anywhere. You're another Popeye. Like Popeye would never meet anybody. Popeye's one of the biggest pussies that's ever been on YouTube. I'm going to do a show about you all the time, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're a pedophile. You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, because he's a fucking coward. I'm 15,000 miles away. There's not a goddamn thing you can do. Not a goddamn, what, my camel? Goddamn thing you could do, Frank. Not a goddamn thing you can do. I keep on telling you, Papa, that's not true. What if I got deported? Maybe I decide to move to Florida. Maybe I'll be your neighbor. Did you ever think about that? No, you didn't. One never knows, does one? But the shadow knows. Alan Winter says, what brings you to this community when you never visit the Philippines? Very good question. Helena says, Aloe, France, Paris, I have a mate who owns a gym, or in Turkey. Yeah. He goes, I'm serious, Aloe. Let's fight on camera. Oh, come on now, boys. This is a respectable channel, for God's sakes. I don't think you want to meet Al. Al might surprise you. You never know. Al might be a martial artist. People with money and education, they have other endeavors. They have other attributes. You just never know about Aloe. I wouldn't even know myself. Bueno Connor. Oh, and Poopeye is going to have some fresh AI-generated content after this one. Oh, you betcha. Sure, you betcha. Sure, you betcha. Sure, you betcha. Oh my God, Papa! You need to practice. You need to practice love, Popeye, love, not hate. But you got to love yourself first. He's 100% serious. Yeah. How many times I heard how many people are going to beat up? Jay's going to beat everybody up. Jim is going to beat everybody up. Barry's going to beat everybody up. How long have I heard this shit? The only time it ever really happened is with Ricky when he approached Fazio. He's the only one that ever came through. I'm not saying what he did was right. I don't think it was, but it was still entertaining. It was, I mean, for the right person, I enjoyed him being slapped around by Ricky. It was monumental. It was historic. It was epic. Did he deserve it? Yes, but well, it's just kind of the way it happened. He did it from behind him. That was cowardice, cowardly. That's the difference. You don't do it that way. Come on, man. Come on, man. You don't do it that way. Cherry, cherry lady. Sing. Maybe if you sang more, you wouldn't be as bitter, Popeye. What same old videos you're going to put up this time? What edited videos you're going to put up here to try to make Frank look so bad? No, I'm not bad, Popeye. I am badass, motherfucker. Try seeing me in person, bro. Let's see what this so-called frail bag of bones can perform. Man, I'd lay your ass down so fucking quick you wouldn't even know it happened. What happened? I thought you were frail. Oh, you got a power punch there, boy. Let me take out my pipe and put a little tobacco in it and take out my can of spinach, and maybe that'll change the situation. Pop! Down again. Or let me take out my service revolver. I'll show you, Frank. I told you, man, I'll take that thing and shove it up your ass so fucking far, and I'll pull the trigger. Forget about your urinary problems. Forget about your prostate problem. Forget about your retrograde ejaculation. You be gone, motherfucker. You be gone, motherfucker. Oh, so hell on earth. Oh, he is a definite troll, isn't he? We'll get rid of him, Alan, right now. I got rid of him. Alois says, you sound a bit like Heminger. Hell. You mean that guy? Hell on earth? I got to give at least some credit to Heminger. Heminger is intelligent. He can put words together. He knows a lot of stuff, no matter who Heminger is. Mike Luna is now doing Dexel. God, you guys. Oh, and speaking of Jim, this is a good one. Jim goes and spends up to $600. All he's trying to do is going from Cambodia to do his visa run. So he's going to go into, Vietnam, I think. Right? A simple flight he could have took to do this But it just goes to show how stupid he is and broke he actually is. But he's spending money he don't have. He's spending on doing a long 14-hour fucking bus ride. Oh, I don't like taking planes. And he's having one of those visa advisors take care of some stuff for him. Anyway, the total fucking cost is like $600 just across the border, and then on top of that, pay for his visa run. Or he incorporated somebody into this. It's so I don't know. It's so mangled what he's talking about. But instead of taking a plane ride with me, and it cost him maybe top $60, he's going to go out and spend up to $600 to do his visa run. $600. Go figure. No, I truly don't think that Jim has any money at all. He obviously has something. He's living on something, obviously. But if you want to believe half the bullshit he says, he's supposed to have how many businesses in America, but construction, other business, 10 unit or 10 apartment buildings or some shit like that. I'm like, well, is it the drugs? Are the steroids going to his fucking brain? I did a short on him the other day showing what he looked like, and it was entitled 54 going on 68. People are not holding together, man. I think Jim wants to be in the Phils, but is trying to convince himself Cambodia's. Yeah, exactly. No, he's not that happy in Cambodia. He kept on saying he's bored all the time. He'll never stop drinking. That's not going to happen, man. He's a stone cold drunk. I mean, there's no way in the world. So last night he said, yeah, and I do listen to his show, I'm stopping drinking. Yeah, you're stopping drinking just like, you hate the Philippines. He loves the Philippines. Yeah, he went to Cambodia because it's cheap. He's living in nothing more than a fucking, walls painted green dump that he boasts about, that he's paying like $100 a month or something for. I look at it this way. If you got money and money to spare, even if it's a short stay over, you're going to live in a nicer place for that week or month or, even a temporary residence. I mean, you have to live in there after all. I mean, the walls are painted green. The green room. He's a Me Too guy. If you've done something in your life, he has done it too, only better. That's a narcissist. There you go. No, he can't go back to the Philippines. It's too risky for him. He wants to. Oh, how he was boasting about Mactan, Newtown, Mactan. Oh, he wants to be in it's killing him, man. He wants to be in the Philippines, but he knows he's taking a risk. At the same time, which is really interesting about his wife, she's supposed to be so against him, but he is brought up on the show, hers, and she's living very, shall I say, barely living, trying to sell coconuts to make money to eat or scraping pesos together. It's pretty sad, really, because Jim didn't give her much, but. And wait a minute, I thought that house was supposed to have been 3 stories. I seen one of her videos. It was, well, both of it was on there. The house he built there, it was 1 story. What's with the 3 stories? It was only a 1-story house. It wasn't anything elaborate. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Nothing elaborate. There wasn't 3 stories. What was he talking about 3 stories? Oh. She's too old to be working herself to become. I finally, really seen what she looked like. I'm not going to make any comments on that, but it's not what I thought when I actually seen her close up and all that. And I don't know. Should I go the other way? I'd go to Cambodia too. I mean, I'm just saying that she's not my type. I'm just kind of politely saying she's not my type. Would never be. Never would be. There's another YouTuber on here that's got a wife that's very attractive. I've seen one on here that, not many of them though. One on here that has a wife that is so, I gotta sneeze, so intellectually different than her husband. And as far as looks and the way this guy's got kind of a big ego, we're not talking about that guy. There's nothing to do with that at all. No, we're not talking about him. Another guy. And you're trying to say, what's the match here? What is the attraction factor? This guy is pretty intelligent. Let's see, he was in the service at one point. And he's got this wife that is so down home province, if you know what I mean. You can't get more province than this in any way. You cannot get more province than this. And it just makes me wonder what the attraction factor. I don't get it. Where some of these guys could get a lot better. It's not just looks we're talking. No, not just looks. It's the whole character. It's everything about him is so primitive. Where the guy is very intellectual, you know, seen the world and stuff like that. No, it's not who you think I'm talking about now. Somebody else. And you just don't see the match. I don't want to give too much information because you'll figure it out. So I'm just making a statement on that. It's just an observation of mine that I've seen. I just don't see the matches with some people on here. I just don't see it. What's the denominator of that relationship? I mean, what is it all about? Why did they enter that relationship? Where some people are attracted to the absolute opposite. Absolute opposite. Generic provincial Filipina. Oh, you mean Jim's wife? Oh. Well, no comments beyond that. No comments beyond that. Okay, so Mike's Philippines retirement. Give him the buzzer, the boo buzzer. How could you have all these emails? How could you have all these friends? And I just know a guy. Every time I just met a guy. And let me tell you what happened with this guy. He went through a lot in this relationship. And I mean, he just comes up with this stuff. For a guy that never leaves his house at all. Because he has a hard time breathing when he walks. He's got heart condition. And he's letting it go. He might be the next. We heard all his symptoms. He went to the doctor. Oh, okay, it's okay. No, it's not okay, man. Not with those symptoms. I don't have to be a goddamn heart specialist, but I'm right about a lot of things, ain't I? I'm right about a lot of things. I'm more right than wrong. Isn't that right, Poops? He's going to go. Where do you meet all these people when you don't go out? Oh, I get emails, tons of emails every day. I'm getting tons of email, people asking me questions, wanting me to help them out. The only thing that guy attends is this damn thing in Dumageddon. Every now and again, there's a luncheon or some kind of a get-together of some sort that he manages to get off his chair and take, well, he doesn't take off his baseball cap. He never takes that off, you know, and he'll attend something like that. But I highly doubt it that all these people are emailing him all day long, and the people are asking him for advice. Advice about what? He don't know shit. He's trying to make himself look exciting. He's so important that people are just lining up to ask him questions and tell him their life stories. Yes, back to the topic on hand. I would love to learn about sedentary YouTuber. Just listen to him. That's all. That's all you got to do. Popeye's number one. But I tell you what, man, you know, I've seen many of the mates of these YouTubers on here. And I'll tell you again, they ain't nothing to write mama home about. I'll tell you that. Let's just say I'm one of the lucky ones. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. Ooh, there you go. Sing, Popeye. Sing like a fucking songbird. Stop your bitterness and your ugliness. You're going to uggle to death. For God's sakes. What do you do when you go to the confessional booth? Do you even do that, Popeye? Do you go to church on Sunday and confess your sins? Look, the guy in the booth there, right? He's only got so much time for each customer, and they are customers. If this guy has to do a confession on Sunday, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, he'd be in there all day. I mean, the priest is only going to say, "Oh, you can only do so many Hail Marys, okay, Popeye?" You know, he'd have to quote, Bible and verse all fucking day long to make penance or whatever for his sins. No, so I couldn't see Popeye in one of those little vestibules, whatever, talking to a priest behind a dark screen. So why is a priest trying to hide himself? Or is he sitting there jacking off to somebody, especially when a woman comes in? Or perhaps a little boy, Popeye? I'm sorry, if you have to hide behind a screen, there's something wrong with that picture, bro. But do you confess? See, Popeye's one of those guys. He'll fuck people over all week long and say the most hateful fucking stuff you could ever say about anybody. Go to the confessional booth. Yeah. And the guy says, "Yeah, okay. You sound like a horrible motherfucker." The priest will tell him, "What a bastard you sound like, but I'll tell you what, we'll make it better. I'll absolve you from your sins." A few Hail Marys, but in your case, sir, we're going to have to do something to narrow this down because you're going to be saying Hail Marys all goddamn day long. We'll figure out something else. Then he goes home, told all his sins. Next fucking day on Monday, he goes back to being a scumbag, a loser, a hateful piece of shit, a no-lifer in his house with mobility issues, rubbing one off to my voice, making simulcast about me. I wonder if he told the priest about that. Was a priest rubbing one off behind that screen? Hey, it's all yours, Pops. I gotta go. I gotta get something to eat here, man. It's all yours. Lovely show today. Thanks for everybody's participation. Thank you, Aloe, for coming to my show and everybody else who was here. I appreciate the dialogue. We'll see you again. You just never know when. But do your monologue, Popeye, but get a little bit more original, will you? I think you're even boring the trolls. See what I'm saying, Popeye? And by the way, I know you're dressed. Maybe I'll send you a bottle of Jergens. I could do that much for you. It makes the rubbing off a little easier. You could get that skin rashes, that build up of dry skin. We'll get you some Jergens as soon as we can. How's that?
All right, there you go. Yeah, buddy. Oh, whew, that was a tough one to listen to. I, s- I had 2 cappuccinos, man. I tell you. Yeah. Okay, welcome in, Aloe, Go Bobo Sister, Chris Travels, Mike Luna, Chubba Wubba. Hell on Earth. No, Hell on Earth, bro. I don't. You really have to have a really nasty comment for me to delete it or block you. I don't do shit like that. All right, who else we got here? We got Captain Thornton. Uh, we got ET Travel Freely. We got Steve 25901. All right, guys, you're all welcomed in here. And I hope you enjoyed that. So, what did we learn? Ah, well, let's start at the tail end and work our way back to the beginning. Uh, he loves to mock religion. Okay. He knows nothing of his own religion. He's proven that when he talked about the confessional. It's very sad, and I neither have the time nor the inclination to fucking teach him about his religion. Okay. And he was raised in the Catholic Church. And it's just a shame that he takes that very liberal view and mocks religion. Now, there are people in my live chat like Aloe de Winter. He's told me straight up, I don't believe in God, but I never see him mocking religion. I never see him use it as a tool against others. He just don't believe. That's his right. Okay? So, who's spewing hate? Certainly not me. I mean, yesterday, I didn't comment too much on yesterday's show that he did, but when Aloe went in there and started asking him questions and he was giving answers, this is all I heard. Aloe, why does he do that to me? Oh, Aloe, help me out. Please, Aloe. I'll suck your dick, Aloe. That's all I heard. That's all I fucking heard. You know? And I'm laughing my ass off. Like he thinks Aloe is gonna fucking save him. Hey? He calls the people in my live chat trolls. Fucking, there's only one troll in my live chat today, and that's Aloe de Winter. We gave him the Troll of the Year award. And, you know, this guy is so lonely, he forgot all the shit that Aloe did to him. And it was fucking funny. And my hat is off to Aloe de Winter. Okay. I appreciate a skilled troll such as Aloe de Winter. Another troll that comes into his channel is Heminger. And Frank is so stupid, he doesn't even comprehend what Heminger is doing. But hey, you know, he just sat there the whole show yesterday. Aloe, you're my only hope, Aloe. Come on, Hello, Obi-Wan. Be my friend. You know? It's fucking sad. Right? See, and this is why I tell you, never give a troll or a narcissist like Frank any information about you, because they will use it against you. He knows I have a dog. Look what he says about my dog. Okay? He knows I have a daughter. Look what he just said about my daughter. Okay? I mean, anything he thinks he knows about, he will use it against you. I mean, this guy is sitting in Jim's ex-wife's live chat causing all kinds of fucking problems. He's gone into this Philippine Mike's retirement live chat causing fucking problems. He has caused problems with Mick Fisher and yachts. He's made innuendos. He's implied very untoward things about yachts and Mick Fisher. Well, I'm here to tell him that I took all the clips out and turned them over to Mick Fisher, because Mick Fisher can actually do a fucking case against him. This guy runs all over the internet getting in trouble with different people. And he's pissed because I broadcast it. Because I sit here silently, let the live chat have their say-so as they listen to his fantasies, his illusions, his lies. Of course, he didn't like yesterday's video. Why didn't he like yesterday's video? Because it showed him grooming an 8-year-old boy. It showed him talking inappropriate to what? A 3 or a 4-year-old little girl? Right? Now, some people say, oh, Popeye, you really can't prove he's a pedophile. Trust me, this guy is a fucking pedophile. And he's a latent homosexual. This is all he talks about is other men and their specific body parts. And dude, this is what happens when you're on medications like benzodiazepine, Benadryl, Lexapro. The estrogen level goes up in your body, okay? And you start having feelings that a man shouldn't have, right? He's ruined his health with these drugs. There's no doubt about it. And there's no doubt about it that he is not seeing a psychiatrist like he's supposed to. Okay? And it is recommended, strongly recommended, that you do not take Xanax or benzodiazepine for long term. And if you take Lexapro, which is to achieve the same effect, to quell your anxieties, your little nervous tics, you have to have a prescription for a doctor for long-term use, which he has, which you could get from anything. And then the fantasy of him coming here and putting a beat down on me. Okay? That was the funniest thing I heard. That was just utterly hilarious. It was. It was just utterly hilarious. And dude, Frank, you cannot afford to live in Florida on $1,400 a month. Okay? That's fucking peanuts. As a matter of fact, Frank, you cannot afford to live anywhere in America on $1,400 a month. Right? And if you try to, your ass will be back on EBT, SNAP, all kinds of, you'll just become an even bigger burden to the to our welfare system. So, and you're not getting out of Philippines anytime soon. Right? And I can just about see that you are not going to get out of Philippines alive. I have a sneaky suspicion you will die there. Let's see. Hell on Earth says, sad life you lead, Frank. Hiding in your house, watching CCTV all day. I dare you to come out. And Frank, you sit there and you threaten me and you threaten others, but in the same breath, you turn around and say, I'm 71 years old. I have protections. It doesn't work like that, Frank. You don't get it both ways. Right? And yes, Frank, I am here to aggravate the living shit out of you, make you mad, piss you off. All these guys in the live chat support it. They fucking hate your ass. Let's see, Raven, he's the biggest hypocrite. It's really pathetic. Oh, man. Okay, let's end our poll. Okay, our poll was, should Aloe make sweet love to Frank? 87% said yes. 13% said no. That was out of 31 votes. So, Frank, if you still have those latent homosexual tendencies, Aloe is gay. He will fulfill your wildest dreams. You don't have to talk about other men's genitalia or anything like that anymore. Come on, Frank, unblock me and Steve. He never will, Mike Luna. Gilda voted yes. She's chatting me. Oh, thank you for that information, Original Flying Circus. Now he attacks Aloe. Dude, Frank is like, if you're in total 100% agreement with Frank, you're good in his book. But the minute you disagree, Frank cannot handle it. Okay? He just can't handle it. And what happens? Mick Fisher found out. The minute Mick Fisher started disagreeing with Frank, Frank started trashing him and telling everybody what a bad man Mick Fisher is. I'm surprised his 90 viewers haven't come in to support him. I and here's his major fucking problem. This guy is a prolific, epic liar. Simple as that. That's his trade craft. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, Aloe. So, Aloe, did you enjoy that? Come on, Aloe, help me out. What do you really think of Popeye? Help me out, make me look good. Did you enjoy that, Aloe? Did that did that make you all excited? Did that make you tingle all over? Oh, mm. Oh man, but I tell you, geez, man, love sickens me. This guy needs help. Look what Frank did to Rent. Again, yes. I mean, if this guy touches anything, it automatically turns to shit. And that, and you've all seen it. You all seen it. And always remember, this guy is definitely gonna hate my videos. Because why? I'm not saying anything in the videos. It's all his doing. Showing his ass, singing an inappropriate song to an 8-year-old boy, asking a little girl where her bedroom is. I mean, taking video of little children in the street. I mean, Jesus H. Christ. Telling some poor kid who ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out to get a job, eh, with such hate and vitriol, it's ridiculous. These are things he has done on video. These are all his things he has done. Eh? Does anybody here knows what he does behind the scenes? Not really. Not really. Eh? Does he want to know more about my life? He certainly does. He keeps begging me to come to Philippines. Keeps begging me about my military career. Please tell me more. So, in essence, who's really obsessed here? It's certainly not me. All I got to do is 2 or 3 clicks, and Frank is yelling and screaming at me. And when I'm not there, he's still yelling and screaming at me and saying nasty shit about me. Oh, man, I tell you. Yeah, Raven, that's exactly what he does. I mean, I'm not gonna come out here and say the guy ain't got no life, eh? Because I'll tell you all a little secret. Everybody has a life. They just have to learn how to live it, okay? And Frank has never done that. Uh, I'd like to know the real story why Frank's daughter doesn't talk to him. He put that story out there, Go Go Bobo's sister. Eh? And He complained to Aloe. He he said bad things about my daughter. Oh, Aloe. He said bad things about my brother. Oh, Aloe. He said bad things about my girlfriend. Oh. Well, no, I didn't say bad things about them, Frank. You did. You're the one that disowned your daughter. I actually feel sorry for her. Okay? You're the one who could not guide her out of the relationship she had with that man that was a pedophile. You ever notice when Frank's around? Now, here we go. Frank said it. Frank said her ex-husband was a pedophile. Okay? Hmm. Maybe her ex-husband and Frank were doing the same thing. I have no idea. I'd say a bad thing. As a matter of fact, I feel sorry for your daughter. You say I said bad things about Gilda. Uh, I said the truth about Gilda. She's got 8 kids, a blown out pussy. She's got a husband, and she's with you. That's the truth. That's your girlfriend. If you can't live with that, get rid of her. Go get a fresh mango instead of a rotten mango. Okay? Because that's exactly what you did. You hooked up with a rotten mango. That mango has been chewed on and beat down so many fucking times. All right? Simple as that. I feel sorry for your brother. You abandoned him. I never knew your brother. Why would I say anything bad about your brother? You abandoned him. He's fucking dead. You didn't give 2 shits. Period. See, Frank, you did all this shit. You did it. This is why I say, Frank, own your shit. This is all you. You did all this shit on YouTube. You put all this fucking information out. You did it, Frank. Not me, not anybody in my live chat. You did it. And another thing you did the other night was attack Shaw again. I am pulling those clips out, and Shaw will receive them. Okay? Another thing you're doing, you are fooling yourself thinking that Big E and Mick Fisher are all behind this shit with Shaw. No, Frank, that is Richard Jarrett and Drew Naughty who are fucking you over and have fucked you over. Don't you remember the videos where Richard Jarrett took Shaw to immigration? Eh? Here's some more lies of yours, Frank. Here's what else you did. When Mick Fisher came there to try and convince you to drop the case against Barry, Mick Fisher had no knowledge that the complaint in immigration was already filed against you and was going to be served to you. Actually, Mick Fisher was too late. And here's a cute little story that you made up, that Mick Fisher had a contract. Bullshit. Okay? You were the one that said to Mick Fisher, I would consider dropping the case if somebody would offer me $1,000,000 pesos. Okay? You're the one hard up for fucking money. You're the one who pissed all your money up the wall on court cases. See, Frank, I'm not here to sing. I'm not here to be fucking happy for you. Okay? No, this is just about fucking you over for all the fucked up shit you've done. And to go down the list of people you fucked over, like Dimples, Shaw. Remember all the nasty shit you said about Dimples? Remember all the nasty shit you said about Dave's wife? Hey? Hey. I I think maybe, do you have Alzheimer's? Do you have dementia? Have you forgotten all that shit? That's why I put the videos up. So you could see the nasty shit that you have done. Okay? More nasty shit. You fucked with those people that were your tenants. And you owe them $60,000. You pay those goddamn kids, Frank. Okay? But you can't pay those goddamn kids, Frank, because you are fucking broke. You're a fucking joke. Here we go again. So, Frank, that's you in the nutshell. And I'm just here to fucking remind you. You don't like my demeanor? Tough shit. Frank, you're just gonna have to eat the shit sandwich one bite at a time. Okay? And Frank, put a check on your homosexual fantasies. Okay? This is Popeye 1. I'm fucking out of here. Have a good night, folks.